We humans are at the top of the food chain on our little blue planet. We rule it uncontested and do whatever we please. But what would happen if every possible life form on Earth became intelligent? Would we still rule over the planet like we do now? Let's explore the possibility of what would happen if every life form on Earth suddenly became conscious. But as always, do subscribe to our channel if you like to watch content like this. Okay, so the first thing that we can all anticipate during this scenario would be a world war of epic proportions breaking out between all species. This would happen since all life on Earth would want to consume the same amount of resources that we humans consume today. This will give rise to conflicts between pretty much all species on Earth. But given the current situation with the humans on top of the food chain with our advanced weapons and machinery, it is safe to assume that all other species would most likely set out to eliminate us first. Some of them, like our best friends, dogs and cats, would of course try to ally with us. But let's assume that even they are fed up with our rule over the planet and want to take us all out. Would we be able to survive such a massive attack? Well, let's talk about the life forms that cannot harm us even if they wanted to due to their physical limitations. For example, intelligent plants and trees would still be able to do absolutely nothing to contribute to this war against humanity. This is because they still wouldn't be able to physically move or do anything meaningful even with an intelligent mind. Furthermore, most herbivores would need to feed on these plants and trees for very long periods in a day to gain the strength needed to go into battle with us. This would obviously cause a conflict of interest between the plants and herbivores, so they most likely wouldn't be allies. So it is also safe to assume that most herbivores would most likely want to stay hidden and not participate in a war against humanity due to their physical limitations and internal conflicts with other plants and trees. Add to this the entire inhabitants of oceans, lakes and rivers, and we still would not be in any real danger. All intelligent species living underwater would obviously be confined to their liquid environment that they need to survive. They will most likely fight amongst themselves for dominance underwater though. But coming out of the water and having any meaningful impact in eliminating humans would just be out of the question for any underwater creatures. So we can also count them all out along with herbivores and other land vegetation. Now this leaves us with the species that are land dwellers and not strictly herbivores. For example, intelligent lions and tigers would be a real threat to us purely based on their strength. If a human were to get caught off guard and without any weapons, these carnivores would definitely win with minimal effort. Same would apply to all other larger animals such as elephants, rhinos, hippos, and bears. With a properly coordinated attack, they would be able to shred any man or woman to pieces. But that's only if we did not have centuries of evolution backing us up. We have had plenty of time to develop all the tools we needed to survive. So with our advanced weaponry and technology that we have today, we would probably eliminate any species that would dare to challenge us even with intelligent minds. But there are some species that could potentially rival us in every way, shape and form. Among these species would be chimpanzees or apes. This is because these creatures have very similar functions to us humans, but with immense strength when compared to us. They would be able to design and lift up tools and other weapons just like us. So if they got a hold of weapons we have, then they could potentially cause some serious damage to our population. But even they will eventually be overwhelmed with our arsenal of atomic bombs and other such devices we have built over time. So it seems we would win the war even if all life became conscious and teamed up against us. But not exactly. If we consider insects, such as bees and mosquitoes, then the tides would turn completely against us. Dangerous insects like mosquitoes would attack us with all the deadly diseases that would kill us from the inside out. There would be a very low chance of anyone hiding from smaller creatures like this due to their population sizes and just their physical size. Most of them would go undetected without special equipment, making it extremely difficult to fight them off. So the conclusion here is that we would lose for sure if intelligent insects decided to fight the war alongside all the other intelligent species of the world. But why stop at insects and bugs? What if even microbes and other non-complex life all became intelligent too? Well, in that case, nothing would be able to survive. Every large species, including insects and bugs, need microbes for their survival. Microbes are everywhere, and life without them is simply impossible for any living creature. They would be able to destroy any life form from within with minimal to no effort. They could simply stop decomposing things in our systems and cause internal damage. So, if microbes suddenly became intelligent, there would only be one clear ruler of the world: microbes. And that is what would happen if all life on Earth suddenly became intelligent. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We'd love to discuss this with you. Also, leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content ahead. Until then, we'll see you in the next one.